show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was the way to protect the law. But to be the man, you gotta be the man. And I'm the man. We're on the track. You raise your rules.
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I am Mr. Richie Moon.
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And this is the Kayfabe Ave livecast.
Or the podcast.
Or is it the podcast? But I think it's pretty clear that we are the livecast.
The livecast, as well as the podcast. So, what do we got today?
What are we doing today?
What are we doing today, guys?
I think we just came
Top
here for
Guys, are we talking about lists today, guys?
Yeah, we got a list.
Are we talking lists today?
We got another top 5
Which
list.
list are we talking about, huh? Because I always got a list, okay? I always got a list.
But hold on. Before we even get into the list,
We didn't even tell the people where we're at.
do the people know where we at?
I don't know. Maybe we should tell them.
Put the GPS on.
Well, he found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Jabroni Drive.
That's right. Kayfabe Avenue, straight in the heart of
Kayfabe
SmackDown Hotel.
Hotel. Yeah, man. You make the right on Gimmick Street. Kayfabe Ave right there. You can't miss it. You can't.
Right
can't
there.
miss it.
We're right here.
So,
Right there.
You know
like
what
he
I'm
said,
saying?
we're on to list, and today we bring you the top 5 titles that should debut in WWE, or the butt.
The butt?
It's gonna make it the butt.
Make it the butt.
All right, so
Anyways.
Top 5.
what's the number?
I'm about to bust a spinning Rooney outside. I'm about to bust a spinning Rooney out.
Might as
The
well.
number 5 is the re-debut.
The re-debut. The re-debut.
The re-debut of the hardcore title.
Oh, we should have had the Mick Foley, like the car crash.
Well,
The
you
car
think
crash.
hardcore, you
So
probably think Mick Foley.
yeah, so this is the re-debut of the hardcore title. Who we think should be? Who wants to go first?
I think the hardcore title should have never left at all.
Absolutely.
It was one of my favorite titles growing up.
Mine too.
What's funny is it makes more sense now to have a hardcore title with
Absolutely.
the same 24/7 rules than it did ever before.
Especially with social media, it makes no sense that it's kind of not.
not
Well, it makes
only
sense that
that,
it's not there, but
There's so much content being put out. There's so much, different shows. It could be defended 24/7 anywhere.
I mean,
We can
WWE
have
loves their social
switches
media.
from Raw, SmackDown.
We could even
all
have it
that.
on NXT UK, have NXT UK person come out on Raw to defend it and everything.
They would only be right.
You see,
I would love that.
that's a great avenue right there to broadcast the NXT UK superstars on a major level, bring well-known brand, NXT UK as a well-known brand.
You could literally raise the profile of anyone within seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just having the hardcore title switch
You
hands.
can do it on Instagram. I mean, they like to announce matches on Instagram, so there's no reason why WWE cameras can't be following somebody in the middle of the day. Instagram
So-
hardcore title gets changed on SmackDown or
Right,
Raw
Instagram
or
Live,
NXT or
Snapchat.
205 Live.
You know,
So, the hardcore title was a mainstay of the Attitude Era,
Yeah.
and when we think about the hardcore title, we think of like Crash Hollies.
Rest
We
in
think
peace.
about the WrestleMania 18, where they switch hands maybe like 6-7
I
times
think
throughout the
about
entire show.
I think about Raven Kane and the Big Show. That
Oh my
match
god,
at
that's my
WrestleMania.
favorite
That match
hardcore
was
match
so
for the
crazy.
title.
You remember
They barely go backstage
You
anymore. I don't know why they
remember
do that.
the championship scramble for it?
Yeah.
Was
almost
that
like
like one of the rare? That was like one of the rare occurrences that the hardcore title was actually on a WrestleMania card, right?
Yeah, I don't really remember.
I don't think it was featured any other time.
And that was an awesome one. But so, who do we think should be the hardcore champion?
Hardcore at the moment.
I go first with my pick. I would easily see like an Aleister Black bringing hardcore back. The stiffness of his kicks, he's athletic as hell. He looked like he'll put a beating on you if you give him a hardcore situation. So I'd probably go like an Aleister Black.
Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting NXT picks.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Hardcore titles 24/7. Anybody could get it.
No
All right.
Shit. If the
That's
Stooge,
fair.
if the Briscoe could get the hardcore
I mean,
title
that
back
was
in
a-
the days.
That was a great thing about it. You had women winning the hardcore title. You had, I think, you had the Stooges. You had people. Non-wrestlers. A lot of non-wrestlers went for the hardcore title because it was 24. I forgot.
We even had
Who pinned?
We had Molly Holly was hardcore champion at one time.
Yeah.
Who pinned? Not hardcore Holly. Who pinned the other Holly when he was sleeping?
Crash
That
Holly.
was Gerald Briscoe.
That was Gerald Briscoe?
That was Gerald Briscoe, the
That was one
Stooge.
of Godfather's
He pinned him like this
toes.
with one finger.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, he celebrated.
He was like, yeah, exactly.
Oh man, classic.
So I think it'll
Classic
bring back the
movies.
fun and the absolute randomness. Not only that, there's so many people on this roster throwing a title like that around. We can get those hardcore matches without waiting 3-4 months down the line of a rivalry to get that type of
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to happen all the time, but having hardcore elements pretty much will add to the show, I think, and bring a lot of people.
I see Dean Ambrose being a hardcore champion.
I see that.
When he was the lunatic fringe. He's not the lunatic fringe anymore.
Now he's
He's just a
germaphobe.
germaphobe
the
now.
germaphobe fringe.
He's a germaphobe now.
You know what I put?
This complex character that turned on his buddy. He started screaming, "I'm sorry," while beating up Seth Rollins. The night Roman Reigns had leukemia is now a germaphobe. And this is the first time they mentioned the Intercontinental title.
You're going through the crowd for like 4 years.
Now you're a
and
germaphobe.
Now you're a germaphobe out of left field.
But,
Who's
anyway,
booking this crap?
goodness gracious.
Somebody give him a. Who's booking this crap, please?
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think it was
Oh
worth
my
it.
God.
But
I think
let's
it was
stick.
worth
Let's
it.
stick to the subject. And
Let-
are we moving on to our number?
Wait.
Wait,
Everybody
what about
pick?
it? Who do you think?
Who do I think should be the hardcore champion?
Yeah, focus. We're
I
talking
think-
lists here. Focus.
I think
We're talking
that-
lists here. Focus.
I think that Lars Sullivan should debut
Lars
You
Sullivan.
want to put a powerhouse behind the
as
hardcore
a
title?
hardcore title. If it's
I
gonna be
could see that.
24/7, you better get through Lars Sullivan to get that title.
Okay.
That's not a bad choice.
That's
That's
not a bad
actually
choice.
and the funny thing, we both stuck to like NXT feel. I think NXT could pull off the hardcore title
They
more than
definitely
any
could
show.
because they tell better stories.
Not only that, they're pre-taped, so they'll have the rest periods between hardcore matches.
Yeah, I need more of that.
Yeah, more of that.
I need some NXT
that.
versus NXT UK matches.
More of that.
Alright,
I think
so-
that's definitely gonna happen in the future.
That's our number 4. That's our number
Number
5.
5.
Let's move on. Let's move on to our number 4. So the number 4 pick was the Internet Championship.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh.
when we was deciding on the order for top 5s, and we even threw the idea of the Internet Championship.
Goddamn.
My idea for why they should bring it back
Mhm.
is make the power rankings mean something.
Yeah.
Have the fans vote on who their favorite stars were throughout the week.
Okay.
That leads to the power rankings. The power rankings determine number 1 contenders for the Internet Championship.
Okay.
That'll be the champion of the people, pretty much. So even if you have a Brock Lesnar, even if you have a Brock Lesnar holding a title hostage, or you have a champion like AJ Styles, which was just 371 days, you still have a title that the people get, their choice of wrestler to shine, get the little spot on the Raw, SmackDown, whatever it is.
I mean, with the
It
Internet
could be
Championship,
really interactive. All that like Cyber Sunday and Taboo Tuesday they used to do. Those kind of like what kind of matches, who should they go against? They can implement that for the Internet Championship.
Yeah.
They have the Mixed Match Challenge on Facebook.
I've watched some of those.
So-
I watched some of that stuff. I mean, it was alright. It was kind of cool. You know what? It's
What,
because
the
of
Cyber Sunday.
yeah, because
It's because they
Yeah.
didn't they
They
let
didn't
the
really-
fans decide, but they didn't really
they
let
didn't really
the
let
fans,
the fans
decide.
That's why it's just kind of
And-
like
and
that's why I'm like,
we kind of saw
yeah.
through the shit. That's why it didn't really work.
I wasn't
for
even
them.
watching wrestling during the time, but the couple of things that I watched from back then is just like, yeah, you're not really letting the fans choose. You're
Right.
giving the illusion of choice, but
Yeah,
you're not really.
But this title will be full fan choice, completely interactive, fan polls, all of that. They're trying to implement stuff through Facebook. They have, IG. Use it. Use your social media platform.
That's the
to
weird
put
thing
the
about
right
it.
people in the right position.
It's the same thing with the hardcore title and with a possible internet champion. Like, you have the social media that you love to harp on. WWE is ranked #1 in social media this night. They beat out NFL, Walking Dead, and all this. So then why don't you use your... It's kind of like it goes hand in hand with their booking. Like, they do it, but it's just like, just do it better. Just go. Like, you don't ever... Like, you always half-step it. Like, go get the home run. Stop just going to third base, man. Like,
So,
already.
Something.
Goodness
who do you
gracious.
think could be like the inaugural internet champion?
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder.
Why the fuck not?
You know it.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out to
Why the
Long
fuck
Island
not?
IC.
if anybody,
Right.
he created his own. I think it actually got viewed on television maybe once, but it was never defended. And
I forgot that part was part of the soundbite. I just wanted to just be a woo, but that was a woo for Zack Ryder. Woo, you know it.
let me give him a little woo.
Yeah, give Zack Ryder a woo.
Give
Yo,
Zack Ryder
because
a
when
woo.
Zack Ryder was popular, if WWE took advantage of that,
He would have been a major star.
it made you star. But here's the thing with WWE, you can't get over unless they want you to get over. You're not getting over unless they want you to get over. And
Yeah.
Zack Ryder's proof of that. Rusev Day is kind of, I mean, they're better with that now, but...
They should have implemented the Internet Championship when Zack Ryder created it. It had buzz already.
Dude, The Rock was out with Survivor Series when he tagged with John Cena versus The Miz and R-Truth, and they were chanting, "We want Ryder."
You were actually there live.
And I was chanting, "We want Ryder."
Funny story.
How do you not
Right?
take advantage of that?
Funny story. Survivor Series. That same match you're talking about. After it went off air, The Rock is making a little promo, talking to the fans and stuff. So, the fans, they're like, "You still got it." Everybody's chanting, "You still got it." The Rock's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I never lost it." You New York fans, you guys must be on that good stuff, smoking that good stuff. So me and Focus are like, "People's Week, People's Week." The whole stadium starts chanting People's
I remember
Week.
that. I dead serious remember that. I
So-
that's my people's weed. I remember that. Wow.
We were the ones that started that chant,
That's awesome.
actually.
Nice.
We gotta be a little bit rowdy. But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, if anything, he had the biggest momentum going, trying to get himself over with
Yeah.
segments. And you know what? That's how promos should be for that title. Promos should be segments on YouTube, something that the stars got to create themselves. Get yourself over.
That should be the selfie one. That should be the selfie promo in the back.
Yeah.
But
You know what? That I didn't even think about that new selfie thing. That's actually a great way to implement it on the show.
It works when some people do it. When some people they really like cut promos when they cut just take the camera, it gives it a realistic feel. But some people it just looks weird and contrived and just I am now taking a selfie.
I didn't like anytime Braun Strowman did it.
It's not his. It's
It's
like
like-
him.
like-
You interview
the monster among men selfies.
You interview Braun Strowman so you can see how big he is compared to the announcer. You know what I'm saying? Like you have him, and whoever I'm facing tonight is gonna get these hands. That's what you do. You don't have Braun Strowman take a goddamn selfie. The hell is he gonna do?
A selfie video with pop-up text.
LOL, OMW to the ring. Come on, man. Cut the goddamn crap. You know what? Who? Come on, God.
Alright, so
Honestly.
Zack Ryder will be the inaugural champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those will be the rules
Oh,
behind.
I actually had another choice.
For
There is only one man that could do this.
oh man,
There's only one man that could be. Because there's only one universal truth. There's only one universal truth.
oh man, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Come on, there's only one person. There's only one person that can walk the way of the intercontinental of the internet champion.
You know what? I have to find it.
Oh, I'll set you up, man.
There it is.
And that is what WWE stands for.
One more time.
That's what WWE stands for.
I definitely think Elias could be if they had it in their champion, I definitely think Elias could be in their champion. It's Elias. God, I'm looking at Elias right now.
Could be IC champion.
There's not too many things he can't do right now. He switched from heel to face so smooth. He just.
Yeah, I actually probably see. I understand the shout out to Zack Ryder, but let's be real. He's not really doing much in his career right now. No. So I definitely see Elias.
Poor booking. That's poor booking.
It is poor booking because he got himself over back then, but also that stopped on his end. He should have never stopped. But I definitely see Elias more in that position than Zack Ryder.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, Elias. Yeah, shout out to Elias, man. Only
Right,
one universal truth.
Moving on. I guess we're gonna go with Elias then.
That was just another choice. That was just another choice.
So it was Zack Ryder. You gotta give homage to the original, right?
You know, we always watch wrestling while we record, and I gotta get down there for an NXT Full Sail universe. My buddies live a mile away down there.
Live in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know, but I want to be down to Full Sail just because that's like the legendary. That's the legendary NXT place. Like, and my buddies live literally a mile away from it. So I have pictures in front of Full Sail.
And you never been to a show?
Never been to an NXT show.
Crazy.
They're hard to get. Those are hard to get.
No, I'm thinking Impact back in the days. Because back then you could just go to Universal Studios and get into Impact.
A lot of college kids those tickets go by. Those tickets go by.
Shit, if I was a college kid down there, I'd definitely be buying.
Guess who's having the first one? And I know who he's facing too, and I know how he wins. Bro.
On to the top. Back to the top.
Back to the top five.
And I'm number
back to the top five.
3.
Back to
number 3 pick was the Intergender Tag Team Championships. It's not really controversial. I think it mixed match challenge is going on.
But they don't let the men and the women
fight
each other.
They do it in a roundabout way.
But why would that have to change if there's titles involved? It's the same thing as them winning this mixed match challenge, getting the vacation and Rumble spot, but instead they'll be going for the titles. Or these mixed match challenges could be number 1 contenderships.
Yeah.
To fight the Intergender champions, you know?
Yeah.
We have all these tag teams coming out. We got Flair, AJ Styles at one point.
We got this. Flair and Jeff Hardy.
The one that really sticks is Alexa Bliss and Braun and Finn Balor and Bayley.
Yeah.
Easy. My first would be Finn Balor and Bayley. First Intergender champions.
I like R-Truth and Carmella.
You know, they all have that hugs, so it works.
Hashtag the Hugger Club.
That's how I feel about that.
Hashtag Huggers Club.
It's okay, I'll let you delete that.
That's how I feel about your Huggers Club.
But, you know, the Huggers Club is definitely something. I think they should definitely be the first inaugural intergender tag team.
I think it should be R-Truth and Carmella. That dance break.
You want dance breaks in
dance breaks is hot, and Truth TV is kind of dope. I like it because they barely it's. I think they should do a little bit more, but they're it's here and there.
It'll definitely give R-Truth something to do. So
R-Truth made Carmella hot.
No, Carmella was money before Truth.
She was money during her title reign, but after her title reign,
she transitioned straight into this R-Truth thing after the title reign.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine if there wasn't no R-Truth there.
She'd still be money.
No.
I'm telling you, Carmella has too much of a mouthpiece.
I don't think that. I really don't think so.
She was the female Enzo.
I don't think she was.
But with actual talent. No, sorry.
I think if it wasn't for R-Truth, because she did everything she could as a heel, they tried to turn her babyface, and people were just
I mean,
she was getting no reaction.
It probably helped transition it as quick as it did.
Yeah.
But Carmella would have been good either way.
I mean, I do think Carmella's money, but her and R-Truth, they helped each other out. It's not just a one, they help each other out.
Yeah,
that's why I can see them for...
Carmella would have still been money. But, number 3 was a no-brainer because we have all these mixed match challenges and intergender matches happening anyways.
Who's going to get
Mine was going to be... Asuka and Miz.
Asuka
and Miz.
I think they're having a dissension right now.
I like them for mixed match.
I like their work together.
I like them
Yeah,
together
'cause,
too.
I mean, Miz makes
I
anybody.
feel like
They're a good mix.
They're two veterans, and they understand each other well and their gimmick, and that's what makes them really entertaining. Like when you saw the mixed match challenge with Naomi and Jey Uso versus Miz.
That's another potential one too.
The chemistry that she had with Miz was great, and also the chemistry she had with Naomi as well. When they did that spot where they was doing that little celebratory handshake that they do, and then Miz was all disgusted and then like, hey, what's going on? Like, that's not what you do.
Can we take a second to recognize the fact that Punisher Martinez is debuting on NXT?
He's making his debut.
I thought that
and
was,
that's against Matt Riddle.
I thought that
too.
was Roman Reigns, real quick. I thought we was watching.
No more Roman Reigns.
Back in the day.
No more Roman Reigns for now. Oh, yeah.
I don't even.
It's a good match. Watch NXT tonight. So who was your pick? Oscar, Miz. Mine was Finn Balor, Bailey. Who was yours?
I have multiple choices to be honest with you. I would R-Truth, Carmella, Jey Uso, and Naomi.
I'd say that's an easy choice too. Or even Lana Rusev.
Lana and Rusev.
We can still have the days win a tag team championship.
Yeah, you definitely can have the days win championship. So yeah.
You could have Cien and Selena.
I see that too.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, actually, that makes me want to switch my pick a little bit. Yeah, but Finn Balor, Bailey been gelling, and they've been partners for 2 mixed match challenges, so I'm gonna stick with them.
They might win the mixed match challenge. They might win. They're like in the. I haven't really watched them. Like they're in the rankings. Like they're doing like the number rankings. Like they're in the playoffs. Like they could win it.
From the way I'm trying to book the Rumble in my mind, I don't see them winning.
Maybe not. You don't know what's. That's one thing with WWE.
Yeah, I mean anything can happen. But yeah, that was our number 3.
Can't believe that tap his debut match.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Who, Punishment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tapping his debut match.
I mean, Matt Riddle just debuted recently, so.
But you don't have Punisher Martinez tap his first
but
match.
Matt Riddle's the real deal, so.
But you don't have him tap his first match. It's his first TV match. You don't have him.
Matt Riddle's MMA, former MMA.
You
So.
shouldn't even. Yeah.
So on to our number. Our number 2 pick.
Our number 2 pick is a title that many promotions other than the WWE has it.
Yep.
And so obviously it would be the 6-man tag team championship.
Ring of Honor has it. Yeah, Ring of Honor has it as well. Yeah.
WWE is really behind on this title because
They usually are. They're a lot behind on a lot.
first of all, you guys are the ones that coined the phrase the free bird.
Yep.
Where you can have titles for 3 people, so why not just have a 3-man title?
Yeah.
Right now we have Sanity, we have Bar Show or the Bar, or whatever you want to call them.
You can form 3-man teams. You have Lucha Underground.
Cassius Ohno.
You have British Strong Style.
Oh no.
You have
elbowed the shit out
the
of
Coffee
Matt Riddle.
Brothers and Wolfgang.
There's a lot of.
You can even make it make sense for the Undisputed Era because what is his name? Roderick Strong came and took the
Yeah, you
took
can
the
definitely
title
make
when,
sense.
when Bobby Fish got injured. So
You could probably team up the War Raiders with Ricochet.
There's so many different.
I don't want to see them tag.
There's
it was good for War Games. I don't think they should.
There's so many makeshift people that you can put together to make a 3-man tag team, and you can give more people opportunity to be on the roster.
Again, exactly. That's the whole point of this opportunity for other people to shine and more avenues to do that. And WWE's recently been bringing out titles left and right, but as far as the main roster titles, like let's say like the Cruiserweight title, they really haven't given it the proper due. So, you know.
You mean 205 Live title?
Yeah, the Cruiserweight Championship.
It's 205 Live title? It's not the Cruiserweight title. It's the 205 Live title. I'm just saying, that's their name.
All the Cruiserweights are on 205.
You know why? Because WWE, they like to name their stuff and like to give it that brand. Like, it's not the Cruiserweight.
Alright, so who would be your pick
WWE double speak.
for your inaugural 6-man tag team champions?
Damn, that's a good
Mine is
ass
easy.
question.
Sanity. Sanity off rip.
I would have to give
I'm
it
giving
to
it Sanity off rip.
I would have to give it to the New Day. just because it would be awesome to finally have Xavier Woods wear his fucking title and make it make sense why he wears it when he barely even wrestles.
Yeah,
you know, in the tag team matches.
I just think the New Day, like, they've had the longest reign. They've had it already.
They made the 3-man team. They elevated.
They did,
team.
but the New Day is.
They've been together long as hell already.
They are, and exactly those are all my points. They're super over already. New Day doesn't need they
don't need it, but
Sandy
it would automatically have prestige with the New Day being the inaugural though.
If they had a tournament,
Sanity does need it.
If they had a tournament and Sanity,
a fairly new group coming up
in WWE on the main roster, because they were awesome on NXT. So I would say Sanity because Sanity needs it. If they had like a tournament or something like that and Sanity won, that would automatically this is the first 6-man tag match. You know, I think definitely the New Day would, but it's just I don't think the New Day need it. Eventually they would win it, but to be the inaugural, it's just y'all don't need this. Y'all already the longest reigning tag team of the whole time.
New Day, who's your pick?
Ooh. Man, Jeff and Bray?
Let's delete this whole list and bring out the broken universe, Brother Nero.
Yeah.
They on our quest to procure more gold.
Yeah.
So you would put the Hardys along with Bray?
Yep.
You know, I'm fiending to see them actually come back and do something big. And they teased something recently too. That Matt and Bray got something in the works.
They need to. They need to just double down on everything.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Full broken universe. Give Bray Wyatt the classic cult leader, like how he was, and just
produce their own show. Let them
Speaking of Bray, how about the Wyatt family? A reemergence of the Wyatt family.
Put
the Bludgeons.
Put the Bludgeon Brothers in the water of resurrection. Yeah.
I would love that.
A reincarnation.
I would love that. I would love for him to come. I would love for him to just come take over Raw and corner Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman just goes back over to that side. But not physically. They just got him up here because that's what Bray does. That's the kind of leader he is. He takes you from the head.
I prefer Braun in the position he's in right now. Because even when he was with the Black Sheep, it was a cool look and stuff, but he didn't really get much shine. And standing behind Wyatt, a guy as big as Braun who can actually speak for himself, I don't want to see that. Harper and Roman, I understand because they're not really all that on the mic. Well, as far as I've seen. I know Harper actually has enough charisma to pull it off and stuff. I never really seen that out of Roman.
I can see that. I can see where you come from with that.
So, a broken 6-man tag for you. New Day for me. Sanity for you. That was our number 2 pick.
One fall.
Our number 1 pick. Let me run that back.
1 fall.
Everybody's been asking for them. They've been teased. They've been mentioned. There's literally fan banners in the arenas asking for them. We had a whole pay-per-view that we thought was gonna lead to them.
And we got disappointed, as usual.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. These are our number 1 pick.
Before we get to our picks, I just gotta say, for the fact that they haven't debuted and they've been teasing it for so long, they've been talking about it so long, and it's been tweeted about, and Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube, and Periscope, and Tumblr about it. You know what I think about them for not pulling the trigger on that? You know what I think about that, huh?
You're thinking about my party on January 1st?
You know what I think?
Absolutely, undoubtedly, unquestionably, 100% completely suck.
For not putting those titles out?
WWE? God damn it.
The fans there's no need to book any, just debut them. We don't need a story leading to it no more.
No, we do.
We have Becky. Not Becky. We have Sasha Banks and Bailey.
Tournament.
Yeah, I mean the tournament obviously to get the inaugural women's tag team champions, of course. But we don't need a big major storyline or nothing like that. They really dropped the ball. Evolution was built behind the idea of women doing more. And you had this whole segment with Sasha Banks and Bailey going to therapy to be friends and what was
whoa. Let's not talk about that. Let's just act like that didn't happen. Let's just act like that didn't happen. Good.
So
The dream has no memory of that.
Please, yeah, really, because I had access 1,000 times. So I felt watching that.
Well,
they were flip flopping so much.
But you see my point. We need them already. It's not a fact, and absolutely. I think the funny thing at this point is not a if they will, it's a when.
When, yeah.
Because they're too spoken about.
There are too many women tag team champions. It's like what did it? And that's the reason why that's why we don't care about them. That's why we don't care about the tag team shots because it's just
off the top.
What are they fighting for?
Sasha and Bailey. We have Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. We have the Iconics. We have Lita and Trish, which are rumored to return if there's a tag team division for women.
The Bella Twins.
The Bella Twins. Easy. We could put Ruby as the women's division, the women's championship division. We can have the other two Riot Squad members tag team champions. Easy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Substitution, Mandy Rose and
obviously my inaugural women's tag team champions would be Sasha Banks and Bailey.
Yeah.
They're pretty much like some of the greatest women's wrestlers, period.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't aim towards probably anybody else, to be honest.
So, assuming that you were going to pick Sasha Banks and Bailey, I would actually go and for this to work, I would start building up the Iconics, get them in the tournament. Of course, I think the inaugural should be Sasha Banks and Bailey, but like in a way to do that, I would build up the Iconics or whatever, and then have them eventually take it from them. I like the Iconics, and the Iconics were dope in NXT. That's me. No, the Iconics were dope in NXT. It's just booking. Anything is possible through proper booking. Pull the trigger on the women's tag team champions with WWE.
Yeah, they need to stop making the Iconics run around and be scared.
All of you just made it. Creative, big mans, and them, stupid idiots. Pull the trigger already.
And the funny thing is, the Iconics have been friends since literally like 16 years old. They could be like the female Edge and Christian. They're hilarious.
They really are legit funny.
So
they are funny.
You know, I kind of like that pick, the Iconics.
I need more of that.
Yeah. What would be your pick?
Asuka and Naomi.
Wow.
Give them an actual reason to be together.
Okay. Why not?
Because I'm. If anybody's been following the podcast, you know that I'm kind of down on the Glow. I don't really see the point of them being together.
They dress some of the colors.
It's pretty much like what Rich says. Like you're just linking all the women together as buddies for no reason. It doesn't affect storylines. It doesn't push them anywhere.
But their two styles mesh together the most out of all the other team ups.
I don't know.
On paper, it actually does. It looks nice.
It looks nice.
Visually.
You put Naomi and Asuka together, they already wear the same colors.
But honestly,
they dyed their hair already.
But here's the thing.
Just put them together.
We would care about all these women's tag teams if they had something to fight for. Because they're just randomly and arbitrarily and haphazardly, all the women fighting together because you need to throw them in a storyline. But if they had tag team champions to fight for, it'd be like, now that's interesting. Then they're fighting for something as opposed to just
easily just off the top. We listed 6 women's tag teams.
Oh, something happened. Oh my God, WWE finally. So you know my theory, which has been proven true. All women's rivalries in WWE is about friends.
Yeah.
Asuka versus Becky versus Charlotte is not about friendship. It's about the WWE.
It's about the goal.
Yes, it's about finally.
Yeah. I mean, I've been definitely enjoying everything that's been happening with Becky Lynch and Charlotte recently, and the pure fact that Asuka came out on the top of that Battle Royal, I was super hyped. Like finally, we have Asuka for how long on the sideline losing after she got her streak broken?
You know why I really love that?
And they're stupid because they could have pulled the trigger on it in a way like she was in a slump because she didn't taste the what it feels to lose.
Never built that.
And have the redemption arc. Like they.
Do you realize this is like really like the legit first time they're talking about
what I think
that
should have
Charlotte
happened
is talking about beating Asuka at WrestleMania? This is
Yeah.
the first time they're mentioning it.
If Charlotte was smart, she'd be like, I took your soul
Well,
when I
she
beat
did.
you at Mania.
No, she didn't say that, but
What should have happened was that Charlotte should have cheated to win, just like her father would have to get to beat Asuka.
I have no problem with Charlotte even tapping her out.
She would be the dirtiest player in the game, right then and there.
I don't,
just for taking away Asuka's streak.
I have no issue with the way they did it. It's just what they did
That's the
after.
only thing I feel.
It's the way they did it after.
Don't-
I love the
don't-
redemption.
don't
They
make
should have definitely did the redemption arc. That would
Yeah.
have been. Imagine her building because she did the same thing as Becky.
Yeah.
Did them doing that and that and that. But Asuka is so all she has the Finn Balor effect. They're so awesome that no matter how WWE books them, everybody remembers how awesome they were before WWE, while in NXT and in WWE. That they're like, your booking sucks, but you're so awesome. We're gonna share you anyway.
All right, so to wrap this up, my pick was Sasha and Bailey. Your pick was Naomi and Asuka.
I went with the built-up Iconics. It has to be with the asterisks because the Iconics, like the Iconics have literally won like one match at the main roster. One match. Against, ironically, Becky and Asuka. One match.
That's kind of crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was our top 5.
Yes, that was our
Let us know what you think. Let us know what titles you should have put. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah.
Who would be your inaugural champions?
Who would be your hardcore champion? Who would be your intergender championship? Who would be your 6-man champion? Who would be your internet champion? And who would be your
women's tag champion?
Your women's tag team champion. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is the Kayfabe Ave Livecast, or is the podcast. I am Mr. Richie Moon.
I'm Kayfabe AJ.
I'm Kayfabe Focus. Use the hashtag Kayfabe Avenue to discuss all of our topics and.
Good night.
Kenny, take us home.
Take us home.
That was the wrong Kenny. So Kenny's actually not gonna take us home right now.
Damn. That's
But,
Well, I must, in his place, bid you a farewell.
Kenny shows up on time.
You fucked that one up.